Ethan Walker didn't break on the day he failed. He broke on the day he succeeded. He was the kind of kid people looked at and whispered, "That one, he's going places." The golden boy, the straight A student, the kid who never messed up, never slowed down, and never said the words, "I can't." But here's the truth. No one saw that perfection everyone admired was already becoming his prison. Everyone loved Ethan. Teachers, coaches, parents. He made honor roll without trying. He smiled in every photo. He made success look effortless. But what nobody knew were the nights he stayed awake until 3 a.m., terrified of an unexpected failure. The skipped meals, the shaking hands, the tears hidden behind running shower water. He wasn't thriving. He was drowning. Quietly. Years later, Ethan landed his first corporate job in Chicago. A dream opportunity, a chance to prove, not to himself, but to everyone else, that he could stay perfect. First one in, last one out, replying to emails at 1 a.m., smiling through exhaustion, pretending he was fine. But perfection doesn't reward you, it consumes you. It takes until there's nothing left to take. One Friday morning, Ethan was staring at a spreadsheet when his boss walked by and casually said, "Hey, Ethan, double-check that report. I think there might be a small mistake." A small mistake. Just a sentence. But to someone who builds their worth on flawlessness, that sentence hits like a hammer. His chest tightened. His vision blurred. His breathing collapsed. He rushed into the bathroom and fell onto the cold tile floor. That was the first time Ethan learned what a panic attack felt like. 5 minutes later, he walked back to his desk like nothing happened, because that's what perfect people do. They break in private. Months later, Ethan went home to visit family. He met his childhood friend Megan for coffee. She took one look at him and asked, "Ethan, are you okay?" He gave that perfect smile, the one he'd practiced for years. "Yeah, I'm fine. Work's just been crazy." But Megan didn't look away. She didn't accept the mask. "Are you really okay?" And right there, in a small-town coffee shop, the perfect polished Ethan Walker finally broke. Years of pressure and fear spilled out. The panic attacks, the loneliness, the constant feeling of not being enough. When he finished, he waited for judgment. He expected disappointment, but she didn't judge him. She didn't pity him. She simply said, "Ethan, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be human." Those words hit him harder than any panic attack ever did. That night, Ethan stood in front of his mirror. For the first time, he really saw himself. Not the straight A kid, not the promising graduate, not the corporate machine. Just a human being. Exhausted, hurting, and tired of pretending. He whispered, "I can't live like this anymore." And for the first time, he allowed that to be okay. The months that followed weren't perfect, but they were honest. He went to therapy. He took a break from work. He told his parents the truth. He learned to breathe again, to rest, to feel, to exist without performing. He learned that perfection is fear disguised as achievement, that comparison is a thief, that mistakes are teachers, not failures, that asking for help is a form of strength. He learned that people who love you don't need you flawless, and they just need you present. When Ethan returned to Chicago, he wasn't the same man. This time, he wasn't chasing perfection. He was choosing peace. He set boundaries at work, took evenings off without guilt, reconnected with friends, allowed himself to make mistakes, to laugh again, to live again. And slowly, the pressure loosened. The fear faded. And Ethan found something perfection had always stolen from him: peace. Because Ethan's story isn't rare. It isn't unique. It isn't exceptional. It's the story of millions quietly breaking under the weight of impossible expectations. Perfection steals our joy, our identity, our humanity. But here's the truth. Ethan finally learned you don't need to be perfect to be worthy. You don't need to be flawless to be loved. You don't need to impress anyone to deserve a place in this world. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to fail. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to be human. Perfection is a cage, but honesty is freedom, and your beautifully imperfect story is still being written. So breathe, let the weight fall, come back to yourself. And let me ask you, who are you trying so hard to be perfect for?